Let's get our Narset out. We could hold up an instant speed shatter, but I don't think it's necessary. We totally whiff on Narset. Let's throw it. Oops, that sucks. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. Today we're playing our best of one Esper Walkers deck again, continuing along with our series breaking down Esper Superfriends versus each individual archetype within the meta. Today we're playing against Temur. Temur has two different archetypes within it. It has the Adventure archetype and the Reclamation archetype. We're going to break down both in today's video, but first we're going to take a look at the deck list, then we're going to get into the strategy, come full circle with some gameplay footage, and then finish off with our closing thoughts. Thanks for watching, you guys. If this is your first time tuning into Hello Good Game, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified of our future uploads. Once you're done that, jump in the Discord and then check out our community competitions and giveaway tabs where we're giving away $3,000 in cash worth of gems for you guys, the Magic the Gathering audience. It's a really great way for me to give back to you, the audience and the community, without just paying advertisers to grow my channel, right? At least that way you're winning, not Facebook ads. So with that all being said, let's break down today's deck list. This video is brought to you by AetherHub.com and MTGA Assistant. You can download MTGA Assistant from the link in the description below, www.mtgaassistant.net. Magic the Gathering Assistant is one of my favorite trackers. Not only can you see all of the metagame right within the tracker, you can see user-submitted decks to AetherHub.com. You can see their recent events, which is really cool. You can also go ahead and check out deck videos by not only myself, but other content creators, which is really, really cool as well. Not to mention the deck write-ups if you're interested in learning through that form of media, as well as deck statistics. So there is a lot within this tracker. It is very unique in that aspect, so I definitely recommend downloading Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant, link in the description below. So the strategy versus Reclamation and versus Clover or Adventure vary a little bit. Obviously, Reclamation is broken. You 100% need to have a Dovin's Veto in your hand held up, ready to counter his Reclamation. You also want Elspeth Conquers Death to immediately take it because it's going to need to be on the field, right? Unless it's way late game for him to really pull that madness with Expansion Explosion. So prioritize keeping a Dovin's Veto. You really want to make sure he cannot expand or explode on you. I guess you could use the first one on his Reclamation and then try to win the rest of the game that way. Or you just try to prioritize them. You don't play them at all. You let him use his Reclamations. You try to use your Elspeth Conquers Death on his Reclamation instead. And then you prioritize the Veto just to copy the Expansion Explosion, right? So that cannot kill you, because that is their big kill command in that deck. The rest of it is like strictly ramp, you guys, right? So really annoying. Not very many targets for our Oath of Kaya. So in our opening hand, we don't want to see that against Reclamation. However, in Clover and Adventure, we do, because Oath of Kaya destroys Edgewall Innkeeper. While we're on the note of Edgewall Innkeeper, Kaya Orzhov Usurper's ability -1, exile target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 1 or less. Also will destroy an Edgewall Innkeeper. That's really nice. I guess Clover really has a lot of creatures, so you want to make sure you have Shadow the Skies on tap, and ideally a Teferi to plus. Kaya in Reclamation can deal with the Uro, right? She can plus to get rid of the Uro. Clover doesn't really run Uro a lot, so you're not really getting that much value there. Your Thought Erasures are fire, right? Take out their Lucky Clovers, take out their Edgewall Innkeepers, take out their Reclamations, take out their Expansions, Explosions. Atris Oracle of Truths. There is a double edge to this. This is really important to the deck. A lot of people want to take it out. But when you get to see your cards, you take the pile that doesn't show Elspeth Conquers Death, right? Because when you put your Planeswalkers to the graveyard, you put your Dream Trawler to the graveyard, you can pull that out later with your phase 3 of Elspeth Conquers Death, return target creature or Planeswalker card from the graveyard to the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter or loyalty token on it. So don't be scared to throw away your Planeswalkers with your Atris, and really prioritize trying to find your Elspeth Conquers Death with that play. Speaking of Elspeth Conquers Death, we all know that we can do the discard a card ability through our Dream Trawler to discard another card before our Elspeth triggers to make sure we have a card in our graveyard to pull back with our phase 3. Ashiok's Nightmare Muse -3 is really powerful here. if you can get them down to an empty hand, then you can minus that key card, right? Maybe they've got a Clover on the field with no cards in hand. You can minus on the Clover. That goes back to their hand. They've got to now exile it. So that's pretty helpful. Honestly, Narset Parter Veils is a little bit of a house, but they're going to go around you, right? They have Escape to the Wilds, which is you exile those cards, and then you can play them from exile for 2 turns. So Narset's draw shutdown ability does not really come into effect in this matchup. Birth of Maltese is just for land smoothing. Again, we all know that. We talked about Dovin's Veto. We talked about Thought Erasure. Oath of Kaya is a dead card in Reclamation. However, in Adventure and Clover, she's very, very good because you can get the removal in on his creatures. Specifically the Bone Crusher Giant, right? It's nice to get the removal in and not lose life doing so. Shatter the Sky is also great in that. Teferi should be bouncing your ECD. It should be bouncing your Oath of Kaya. It should be plussing for an instant speed Shatter. It should be plussing for an instant speed Thought Erasure. Things like this. We talked about Atris. We talked about Elspeth Conquers Death. Ashiok, you want to make those 2/3 blockers unless you can get that exile from his hand on one of the key cards. Because if you can get those pluses into a -7, you should be able to absolutely annihilate your opponent. So don't be scared to plush Ashiok. You don't always have to go on the minus. If you do minus on a token, the token's not brought back to his hand. He just has to exile straight from his hand. So it's a 2-for-1. If you do it on a token, that's pretty cool. We talked about Dream Trawler. Dream Trawler is really cool. She's going to gain you life and help protect you. And also that draw engine, which is incredible. And then Liliana, the Red Horde General. I wish it did more here. It's mostly a draw engine. Get it out. As long as he doesn't have 2 creatures, you can just plus. And even if he does have 2 creatures, he probably has a Bone Crusher Giant in hand to clean it up. So it's kind of nice just to plus and try to get some draw out of Liliana, right? I think that's basically the whole shabam, you guys. If you find any other interactions that are really important within these matchups, be sure to comment them in the description below, and I'm going to make sure to add them in future versions. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you who spent your time and attention here with me today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you're notified of our future uploads. And we are live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST. I would love your company if you want to partake in the live conversation. Also join the Discord, like I said at the beginning of this video, if you're interested in winning fat stacks of cash while partaking in one of the greatest Magic the Gathering Arena communities. We also have 2 tournaments. There's one in the middle of the month and one at the end of the month. Be sure to check out our Battlefy link in the description below to register for those. They're free to enter with cash prizes attached to them as well. So there's a lot going on, you guys. Most important thing, join the Discord and then you won't miss out on anything else. With that all being said, let's get into today's gameplay footage and see if we can kill some Temur Reclamation and Temur Clover. We go first. We have a Shatter. We have a Thought Erasure. And a Dovin's Veto leading into our Dream Trawler. Ooh. I'll keep it. It's slow land, kind of sucks, but whatever. Green into Lovestruck Beast. I meant to play our temple, but my mouse is broken. Let's put Teferi in the grave. Let's just get our Dream Trawler out ASAP. Let's just try to update it. All right. We almost want another Shatter before we play our Dream Trawler. An Oath. An Elspeth. It's a big hit. Ooh, double giant. Hopefully there's no Ember Cleave on the backside of that. That could be painful. He only has one red source. So as long as he doesn't drop a second, we should be okay there. Alright, our opponent's chilling, thinking about all the possible plays. It's a hard deck to pilot. Don't get me wrong. We were lucky enough to shut out his draw engine right off the start. Did Dream Trawler make him control alt delete? F4? Do control alt delete plus like it's not enough to alt F4 or to control alt delete. What you really want to do is control alt and then press delete and F4 at the same time. Maybe that'll solve your problems. It's actually a pretty cool root code that it removes the Dream Trawler from the opposing board state. Yeah, you'll not have to see a Dream Trawler anymore, you guys. So he doesn't play red. We're safe from the cleave. I mean, this doesn't look good either, though. Bay to the sideboard. Interesting. That lets him hit us for 9. Wow. Pro play. I mean, the lifelink's gonna save us on the back end of this. My god.
Let's slow this down. I won't trust it. I have a plan.
Let's keep the planes to discard. And let's hit. Take a look at that hand. Oh, nice. He can kill our Teferi. That's okay. We should just drum. We should get like a little drum pad, and while we're waiting for our opponent. We've been listening to metal music all day, you guys. Our opponent is just like, I guess, doing long form math equations. He's got like a whiteboard beside him, just like, excuse me. Oh my god, just going crazy. It's not a nice position. Does he try to kill me or does he go for Teferi? I nullify any damage he does with my Dream Trawler, so it's great. Killing Teferi is probably the right move. Lucky Clover does not do much here. A little late for that. And the face cool, it's a blocker, or he can put it back to his hand, go to his sideboard.
This will be child's play.
Grab some more life here.
I won't. You beat me this time. Bravo.
We're gonna try to trick him to put his Fae into his hand, and then we can Dovin veto it when he plays it. But Lucky Clover, oh no, I forgot about that. Lucky Clover's gonna let him copy it. Shoot. Okay, maybe not the great move here. That makes me sad, boys. We still have to copy it once. I feel like we might have forgot to plus our Kaya there. That could be on us. Someone will have to let me know in the comments. Oh no. Elspeth Conquers Death at 7%. That's really what I want. Oath of Kaya at 9%. I would not mind that either. You know what I mean? He's trying to figure out what he can get from his sideboard that can beat us. We have 2 planes to discard if he tries to target our trawler. If he could pull in Embercleave, draw a land. Good game. The math problem did not balance itself, you guys. We go first. We have a very nice hand. Probably playing this Castle Vantress first because it's going to come in tapped most likely regardless. Right, we have no 1-drop anyways, so doesn't really matter. Probably seeing Jeskai Fires here. Let's hold up our Veto. Let's just play our Teferi. We do have 2, and we see the Growth Spiral. So I'm willing to minus on nothing just for the draw, because I want to hit that second land drop so we can get our Narset out right away and shut down his draw. There that is. He can't counter it because of Teferi now. Right, so this is really nice. We're going to leave her up at 5 as well, at least until we have a Veto. Well, no, we're actually going to activate it. Take the Slaughter Rager. That's the best way for us to deal with a Lucky Clover. But again, if he draws it, he's playing it. So it's not a good situation. For him, good game. Ha! We're trying to hunt a red deck today, you guys. And by golly, this is a nice hand to do it with. Double Oaths plus a Teferi. Oof. That's going to be a little bit to deal with. Chances are good that he's playing mono red. Right? I think 1 in 5. It's Gruul, though. We're not set up for that bad of a matchup against Gruul. We did cover that yesterday. Maybe it's Temur. Right, we see a lot of Clover. We see a lot of adventure. If he played an Edgewall Innkeeper, I'd be all over that. That'd be so cool. Okay, it is Temur Clover. If we pull our Dovin's Veto 1 turn too late. We're going to Teferi bounce it. Just try to keep that Clover off the field. We do have the Veto to deal with it. which is nice if we can somehow keep it off the field and get the mana up this early, but we might get the chance. Right, Clover costs 2. Let's pass. Hopefully he plays this Clover here. I have a feeling we're just going to see the Giant, though. I really want to see that that Clover hit. Perfect. Deal with that, and now we can Oath the Edgewell Innkeeper. But this is really, really nice. That's 2 out of 8 of his primary cards. Right, I wish we had another Dovin's Veto in our hand right now. That'd be so good. Alright, he just goes in for the land draw. Up to 2. So the cool thing about this is that we already have a Teferi in the sideboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to Oath this Giant and leave the ECD to deal with whatever that thing is, right? Or we could just Teferi bounce that later. Let's sack another Teferi though. Right, try to draw that Dovin's Veto. We don't get it. It'd be cool if it was a swamp. We could have just played our Kaya there and not lost Teferi. But again, let's just take all of his concentration away from our health points. Keep his draw engines at bay. Right? I need that extra value he gets. Okay, we're looking for a Shatter of the Sky. Oh my golly. So, we have... This is our best bet. We should always 100% deal with the draw engine first. Right? Potentially taking 9 damage next turn. Unpleasant. But we do hold back up to deal with that. And we've got some life gain in the oven as well. Yeah, he's going all in. He gets to draw here, which is pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. Or we could Dream Trawler into a Liliana because of our ECD, as long as he doesn't have a Brazen Borrower, which we know he does, so we're actually not going to take that play. This is more secure, right? Taking Teferi's not the worst. Alright, this is casual play. He plays his Borrower now before it's on the field, which is smart. Plays 2 of them, even better. Let's click that loyalty up.
I'll show restraint.
And let's eat these Borrowers up as well. We should be playing our Dream Trawler. We could have played our Liliana and had him sack both as well. Oh no, we couldn't. Missing our second swamp there. That's no buenos.
Mind and body should move in unison.
I guess
Like
let's
wind and
toss
rain.
this back to his hand so he can't kill us. And yeah. Activate Narset.
An open mind.
Another Shatter. Thinking good game, you guys. Woof. I'm going to keep this just because it has all the land, and we can just work into a Dream Trawler, right? So, like, worst case scenario, we draw more land, and it's not that bad even. Alright, let's get the island in first, and then we can play our plains, and that's going to activate our Veto, and we can just chill from there. Fable Passage, so it's not mono red. Beautiful. He's gonna Growth Spiral. Like, Growth Spiral is not typically something you counter, but like, hopefully it's Temur Clover. Again, it's like not something you typically counter, but this card is so good, you guys. It just like blows up the whole game. Like, if you can drop Growth Spirals. Okay, so if he drops a Clover here, we're okay. Because it is Temur. It's got to be tempting to drop the Clover. Honestly, that's what you get all your value from, right? Why would you play an adventure card without having Clover on the field? And why would you play the adventure creature without having cast its adventure sorcery or instant? So we're in a good position to get this Dovin's Veto off. Ooh, just straight ramping with Uro. Is it Reclamation and not adventure? I do not know. That's our 6th lad. We're gonna keep it. Ouch. I don't even know, you guys. Let's just keep building towards our Dream Trawler, I guess. Oh. It's Temur Flash. Interesting. Night Pack Ambusher in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Huh. Well, if he casts, he doesn't get the pup. He does, though. We're definitely going to counter that Reclamation. No way he has counter magic. No way. I mean, personally, I wouldn't play the Night Pack unless I did. Ouch. At least we pulled it out of his hand. Looking for a Shatter the Sky. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Another negate? No way. I doubt it. Holy F. Wow. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do, you guys. Was I supposed to Reclamation hit and keep my Veto for, like... Ah, no. Straight up with our backs against the wall. He's going to bring a counterspell back from his graveyard. Good game, you guys. That is very nice. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. We needed Shatter the Sky plus Teferi. Plus a land somehow. We can Oath and still survive at least. Somehow, some way. Clinging to our existence. He can't minus. He needs to plus to draw it, or draw it natively. And, yeah, we're still in a rough spot here. If he casts this turn, he doesn't get the pup. Oh, he just kills us. Lovely. Aggressive. Be aggressive. Land here is pretty tight, but we do get all of our colors, and we can drop our Birth on turn 2 if we don't think we need to drop our Thought Erasure. Again, we're dropping our Thought Erasure if it's a red deck, right? He's on the play, so we need to get in with a turn 2 Thought Erasure. It seems to be Simic or Bant. which is annoying. Typically, I would keep my Shatter and really hold on to it, but we're just gonna shuffle with our Birth of Maltese, and it won't be on the bottom, so we don't feel as bad, right? Growth Spiral is completely broken. Seems to be Temur Wreck. Or Temur Clover, I should say. And, wow, we absolutely hate that. We have the land drop for next turn, so let's just go ahead and God Erasure. Right, Lucky Clover, Fae of Wishes, like... So I want the Lucky Clover gone, but the Fae of Wishes is also, like, really, really stupid. But Lucky Clover breaks the deck. The planes can probably stay, right? Well... Again, oh, it's to the graveyard. Tossing it to the grave, just really thinking about it. Our opponent, I guess, recognizes us. We got our pet here as well today, you guys. This new cat is probably the coolest pet to date. I absolutely love it. Castle's really good, but we need to deal with that Edgewall Innkeeper. Shuffling the castle back around now, so it's not on the bottom. Escape to the Wilds is so good. Doesn't get a Clover, but gets another Escape to the Wilds. And another Fae of Wishes. Ouch. Let's play Narset, shut down his draw.
I train every day. No one is more prepared than me.
And the land can come in tapped, question mark. I want to keep the Narsets down, I guess, because he does have Petty Theft available.
Open mind.
I'm going to take a Liliana. We do need a second swamp. We'll get it. Even if we can discard it. Good morning. Thank you, thank you. Second Escape to the Wilds. This guy's got a full mint. He's down to 3 lands, though, or 4, depending if he double drops. We do have Narset to protect us from any Edgewall snags.
You cannot see folly.
Okay, so that's actually really good. Actually, no, we don't have enough land. That's not 6. 4, we could hit 5. Let's play it close to the chest.
I am not going to sit this one out. I'm this. Might be a
Token
bad
grab the
idea.
land. And let's hold up our Dovin's Veto. He has to petty theft. Okay, now he can do whatever he wants. We can't let 2 clovers hit though. That's crazy. Yeah, he's gonna bounce both our planeswalkers. And then he can play creatures, press Edgewall Innkeeper, and get the draw in. No, okay, he'll do that after, I'm sure then. Really? Just wants that big giant? Or he's just doing his land again? Okay. Double Fertile Footsteps. Yeah, he could still petty theft and then play his borrower. But he's trying to, like, he needs to use his Fave Wishes here. If not, it gets exiled, right? Unless this is, if this is his original, I guess. Yeah, I think he already lost the second. We do have the borrower out of his hand. Bouncing both our plane. Oh no! Leaves Teferi up, kills Teferi. Makes sense. That way I can't replay it. I mean, I can, but we have a second one in our hand. And then a Growth Spiral, you guys. Wow. Growth Spiral is OP. Player Liliana.
My army will envelop this.
He can balance his Fae if he wants. He does not.
Shambles.
He needs Bone Crusher Giant, which we know he has. So let's try to avoid that, right? Again, we can Elspeth Conquers Death. Whatever he plays. We have a Shatter the Sky, and then our 2 favorite Planeswalkers. So it's not looking the worst. But again, it's looking pretty good for him as well. There's just so much value within Temur Clover, you guys. It's crazy. He seems to be pretty efficient at piloting the deck as well. He's really weighing all his options. Oh, look at him tap his land, how quick he is at that manual tap, you guys. My internet connection is not even capable of doing that. Okay, into the sideboard. We know this. We need another Dovin's Veto, unfortunately. About 10 of them. That's the thing about Clover. We have a really hard time dealing with Clover. We can deal with the Edgewall Innkeepers, but Clover is good. Disdainful Stroke. Counter target spell with converted mana cost 4 or greater. Okay, and immediately crushes that. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, whatever.
Right on schedule. Time to play. Let's try this.
You do you, bro. Counter target spell 4 or greater. I'll play every single card I have for 3. We're gonna do a friendly challenge here in a second. We should probably take the scry, right? Lad can go to the bottom. And yeah, why not? Let's grab some planeswalkers.
Just the trick for this.
Or some Thought Erasers. I like that too. Counter target spell 4 or greater. Ha! Okay, bud. No, it shuts down my Elspeth Conquers Death, which is like really good. I'll give him that. He's thinking about it, right? He's trying his best. More land, just get it out of the deck is what he's thinking. Does he run a Jace? Does he run a Thassa's Oracle? I don't think so, you guys. Right? Let's see if we can run this puppy out. I mean, 28 is still a lot. Accept our friend request, and I'm just gonna write a message here. This is that double borrower. Loving it. Basically just resets our planeswalkers for us. So we can cast their abilities over and over and over again. Right? He's got to keep Disdainful Stroke up. LOL. And now we have access to Castle Vantress. And the fun thing about this is we have a Thought Erasure. Let's give him the thinking. And now let's ECD this giant. That's going to bring our Liliana back into game. So that's pretty fun. He does have Brazen Borrower up, so he's going to try Smash. But it can't counter target spell 4 or greater. You're going to need a couple more of those. I can't get over it. Who pulls a Disdainful Stroke from their sideboard? I mean, it made sense, so I shouldn't rip on it. I'll just hands off it. Seeing the rope's never a bad thing. Means his decision-making process isn't the easiest. Okay, he could discard to go back into his sideboard. Yeah. Good call, good call, good call. And now he does get 2 from his sideboard again. Let's see what that is. A Fling. And a Graph Digger's Cage. The Cage is really good, but we're just going to Teferi bounce it. Or Kaya minus it, ideally. He thinks he's got us locked up, but I'm actually not too worried about it. Roping a creator and, you know, berating him like this, probably not the greatest thing. Everybody gets to, you know, see your name, see your style. They dislike it enough when I do it, you know what I mean? Never mind when someone's doing it to me. Ouch. We'll play this one out, though. Maybe these plays are just so big brain I can't comprehend them, but I can directly deal with that. Or he's going to fling us, actually. Let's make him finish it, though. I didn't even realize the giant was 17-17. Let's just have him go. Whoa. Yeah, I did not see that right away. Good God. Alright, you guys. We have a Thought Erasure, which is cool, and it's Fairy. We are trying to hunt an Azorius control deck for today's video. That's the whole goal. And, no. So, my guess, obviously, is Jeskai Fires. And you guys will get good at that, too. At distinguishing what deck your opponent's playing just by their first land. Temur, okay, okay. Temur Clover or Temur Adventures. Let's get in there and take the Clover or take... Oh, that's a lot of land, and he just lost his Fae, which goes to the sideboard and really, really helps him. Interesting. I can just Teferi bounce this 1/1 token, and Lovestruck Beast is dead 5/5. Right? The deck does have Stomp.
Stand by and watch. Hey, here we go.
Which could kill our Teferi. Right? He could also have another Lovestruck Beast play the token, activating his first. Let's come in tapped here, and we'll play our Kaya and eat that Bay of Wishes, right?
This will be childless. You won. This time.
Grab some life, and that way we're not just continuously putting ourselves in the hole with our life total, because he could easily pop off at any minute, which he's decided to do right now. Escape to the Wilds is great. It dodges Narset, which is like super cool.
I've got time.
After that, I won't forget this.
Let's get our Narset out. We could hold up an instant speed
Focus
shatter,
and
but I
discipline.
don't think it's necessary.
Put thoughtfulness
We
before
totally
that.
whiff on Narset. Let's throw it. Oops, that sucks. He can go straight to his sideboard here, which feels pretty bad. Right? Never good. Storm's Wrath eats all my planeswalkers if he has a land in hand. Yeah, he does. Alright, our Kaya survives. Oh, he can't play it. We're gonna Thought Raise the heck out of that, you guys. We could have done this instant speed, but we know what card we're taking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just threw a Dream Trawler away. I'd say pass it for now. Be different if we didn't have a land drop this turn, but we do. Looking for a Dovin's Veto.
Meditate and prepare.
This grabs us the land. This could be weird. We could do it.
This might be a bad idea.
Keeping his graveyard straight, emptied, which doesn't really
I
matter.
had guild business to attend to anyway.
We have an ECD, we have a Liliana, we have a Shire of the Sky. Pretty set up, I'd say. Alright, that's a big beanstalk, baby. Aether Gust doesn't do much against us. That's kind of a dead card. He's gonna need to draw
Dead make great now. Get out of my way.
his Storm's Wrath. No, he doesn't get it. Good game, you guys. We've almost assembled Exodius there. That's key to winning. All right, you guys. This was Esper Walkers versus Temur Clover or Temur Reclamation. I think this is a very strong matchup for us. However, these matches do have the potential to go a very long time because Temur just has so much value hidden within it. It's almost too much, right? Narset Parter avails. I wish it helped more, but unfortunately Escape to the Wilds just goes right over her head and they can just refill their hand at any point. So that is ridiculous. Also, Lucky Clover, you can't really counter things because you'll be countering one, not the copies. So there's a couple dead cards in our deck against the matchup, but we handle it well just based on knowing the matchup and knowing the different play interactions and what we should focus on. So I hope I provided you guys with some value and some insight based on this footage for Esper Walkers versus Temur Clover / Temur Adventure. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate all of your guys' continued time and attention. If you want to support the channel, I have a playlist pinned in the comments below. Pop that up, let it play while you're out with the kids, out with work, sleeping, whatever the case might be. And we are live every single morning, 6 a.m. PST on Twitch. I'd love the company if you wanted to come check us out live. And like I said throughout this video, joining our Discord is the most important thing to do. Once you've done so, check out our community's contest and giveaways tab to familiarize yourself with all of the different ways to partake and involve yourself with our community. With that all being said, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. If you liked today's video, be sure to check out some of our other content. We've built playlists for our guides for beginners, and then we also have our greatest hits, which is a collection of our most popular videos. You can also subscribe if you're interested in winning up to 500,000 gems. So do that, tap that like button, send this out to a friend who you think might be interested in it as well, and have a great day.